You already know.
Beauties when you just got out the shower, hair still dripping, wrapped up in a towel. Beauties when you're ready in an hour. Them long legs, I call them the Twin Towers. You put that.
Hey baddies, it's your girl Destiny B, aka D Baddie, and I'm back in Snatch, sweetie. If you're new here, hi, I'm a licensed cosmetologist focused on editorial hair and healthy hair. I create content to unveil the beauty industry's best kept secrets while exposing what you thought you knew. In today's video, I'll be answering the questions in the comments from my most popular video for type 2 hair. So this video has been getting a lot of views, a lot of comments, and when I wasn't really interacting on YouTube for a while, you guys were DMing me on Instagram, and you know, I love it. You guys trust me, and a lot of you actually, like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, which I know I'm not wasting my time, because I really came to YouTube to provide knowledge, so that, you know, when I was growing up, I didn't know what to do with my hair. My mom didn't know how to do hair, which is how I ended up like being in the field. Like, I really felt like this was an issue that needed to be solved, because that feeling, oh my gosh, that feeling of not knowing what to do with your hair, and your hair is on your head. It's the main character, honestly. Your face, you know, whatever, like, it's a hit or miss. You could have, like, you could be a 0.5 in the face, but once your hair is done, you know, nails done, whatever, like, once you get yourself together, cool. And when you think about it, you can't put makeup on and not have your hair done and look like a 10, but you can have your hair done and not have makeup on and look like a 10. You get me? I just feel like it's important to understand your hair and the health aspect of it, most importantly, because beauty comes from within at the end of the day, and that goes for everything in every aspect. Even though that's focused on appearance, your hair health is based on what's inside and then what meets it on the outside. So yeah, you guys had a lot of this, like, similar questions. A lot of you type 2s really relate to each other. Like, you guys should have a group chat. There are Facebook pages for you guys. That's how I reached out to you guys, to figure out, like, what do you guys want and stuff like that. But I may just start my own Facebook group so that it's just easier for you guys to, like, share products with each other, or I can share, like, new product launches that I think you guys can consider and stuff like that, because the market is just exploding for all my natural hair girls. So before I get into the video, I'm just gonna ask that you hit the like button, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribing so that you can see more of what I have in store. And follow me on Instagram. I just wants to see hair content as far as hair health and my clients. Definitely follow Beauty by DCB. And if you would just like to see more of me, I create content for hair, beauty, lifestyle, you can just follow Destiny B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen record and answer your questions. Some of the questions I wrote down because, as I've told you, I really want to provide knowledge. So if I'm not certain of something, I definitely want to do research along with my experience and my prior knowledge, and just gather information that I felt is suitable. Yeah, I like my personality. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so a lot of you guys had this question right here. It says, what if I have 2A, 2B, and 2C hair and super oily scalp, but also dry frizzy ends and super thick and strong? How? At AM. Okay, first thing I want to point out, a lot of you are commenting that you have different textures in your hair, and a lot of my clients, if you're watching, you guys all have been coming in my chair recently and saying the same thing, and I want you guys to understand that that is completely normal, that is natural, and over time your hair is going to change again, your texture is going to change again. So naturally, so I would just say get used to it. But it's nothing is wrong with your hair. Nothing is perfect. We're human. Nothing is perfect, and that is what makes us so angelic. So a lot of you have also been saying you have super oily scalps. So here's the thing. First of all, I want to give a disclaimer that if you have underlying issues as far as thyroid, hormonal issues, as well as just other underlying issues where you may have had to see a specialist or like a dermatologist and those things, the advice that I'm giving you should be taken with a grain of salt. I'm saying that because those underlying issues will cause you to have super oily scalps as well, but naturally that's fine. That's fine. Your sebum is doing what it's supposed to do. Your strands are supporting it to do what it's supposed to do, but it's getting stuck there. So the third part that she or he mentions are frizzy. She, he, or they mention are frizzy ends. So when it comes to frizzy ends, okay, more than likely you're due for a trim, or you have color treated ends, or you may have heat damage. So all of that put together, if none of those things are in correlation, which chances are like 20, 30, it could be better for the doubt 40, maybe 40%. That's even stretched. You're just wanting to focus on your ends when it comes to moisturizing. I think I did mention this, and like when you're doing your mask to definitely focus it on your ends. When you're shampooing your scalp, shampoo your scalp and then just bring the lather through to your ends. Don't go up and down on your ends. I think a major problem is that a lot of people don't know how to wash their hair. Not saying that that is why you have an oily scalp. I know that may not be why you have an oily scalp, but from my understanding, many people do not necessarily know how to wash their hair, and that is the basis, and they don't know what they should be using to wash their hair and so on and so forth. So one thing I wanted to recommend to you is definitely trying tea tree shampoo. I personally like the Paul Mitchell brand for tea tree shampoo, and it's really lightweight, especially if you have a sensitive scalp. And just make sure you focus your conditioner from mid shafts to the ends. Okay. So Tazami Ray says 2 inches of my roots are pinned straight, then it's like 2A, then 2C, and ends are 3A. The good thing is that it looks like it's done at a hair salon, but it's hard to take care of because the roots are oily and the ends are dry. So like I mentioned, a lot of you guys have the same situation going on, but honestly, the pin straight roots is just a natural thing, and it is definitely due to your texture, and that I believe would contribute to why your scalp is oilier, because when the sebum is leaving your scalp and it's heading down your strands, as soon as it hits that curl, that curve, that S, that C, it's not as easy anymore. It's not as easy. But as the hair is growing out of your head, if it's not a tighter coil or curl, it's going to be straight. Like even with curly hair, the hair grows out of our head straight. Like it's like, think of pasta. When you make pasta, it comes out straight, and then it has its own special designs. That's the best metaphor or analogy that I can use. So the reason why your scalp is more oily than the rest of your hair is truly because your curls give, you know, the oil more of a run for its money. So it doesn't necessarily make it all the way down the strands of your hair, or it takes a while to reach the rest of your hair. I definitely, another thing I want to add to that is after you wash your hair and you go to sleep, try to use a dry shampoo I believe I mentioned this in the video as well. I don't know if a lot of you guys like really watched the whole thing. I hope you guys did. It wasn't that long, but yeah. Again, if your hair gets weighed down easily, yeah, stick to light oils, argan oil, jojoba oil, a pea size of it. Also focus the conditioner on the ends, not your roots, and make sure you rinse it out, like rinse it out thoroughly. I will also recommend using the Living Proof full line. That's catered to hair that gets weighed down easily. Also also try 30,000 Feet by IK or IGK. That line is also helpful towards hair that gets weighed down easily. Also, if you haven't already, a lot of the questions I did answer on the post itself. Okay, Moldy Cigarettes commented 2 days ago. So I've noticed that mousse doesn't work for my hair. It feels super gross, but when I use creams or custards, it feels a lot better, but I'm still getting little to no definition. Any recommendations? So, Moldy Cigarettes, I love that name. First thing I want to say is, the first thing I want to ask is, are you doing deep conditioning treatments often? And it also kind of sounds like you may not have type 2 hair, but maybe you just have high porosity or medium porosity, which is why mousse doesn't work for you. So there's a lot of things that takes part in this, but you want to make sure that your hair is definitely hydrated. My hair is so flaky, I don't even know if it's dandruff or if it's just dry. Could it be both? I don't know. It's really thick, but my hair falls out so easily. Okay, so flaky scalp. Assuming that you aren't suffering from an underlying issue, I want to recommend using a shampoo brush as well as a scalp exfoliant. You can also try a dry scalp treatment from Living Proof. Okay. Ooh, girl. Okay, so you guys were asking me about shampoos for sensitive scalps and clarifying shampoo. So for shampoos for sensitive scalps, you want to use, maybe also take this with a grain of salt if you don't have any underlying issues. You want to use tea tree shampoo, or a shampoo with no fragrance, or vegan shampoos, like all natural shampoos. I'll put some brands at the side. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that. Also, don't feel away for using Johnson's baby shampoo. Like, if that works for you, it works for you. Just make sure that you are clarifying your hair. From time to time, clarifying shampoos you can use. It's not the pre-art, but Redken has a clarifying shampoo. I can't remember all of these products like verbatim. So I'm going to have to list them at the side, but I believe Redken has one, and Dry Bar actually has one, the charcoal one, which is also, but they also have like the charcoal scrub that I like. Oh, something's in my eye. So you get a 2-in-1 thing there. I think you should try it. It's called On the Rocks. I remember that one. Also, when you guys are diffusing your hair, just be sure to, you know, go against gravity. So when you're getting to the top portion of your hair, bend over so that you have more bounce and volume. And put the oil last. Like, put the oil on last. I think a lot of you wavy haired girls, or you know, everyone, tend to put the oil before you even you can't put it before, but you still have to put it afterwards to help smoothen, you know, frizz and such. Just a little bit. Like, that's why I would just recommend just waiting until afterwards you use the oil, put it in your hand, scrunch it up. Okay, so somebody asked about inexpensive brands. Okay, so is Aussie Curls good for type 2 hair? Yes, it might be a little bit heavy if that's the hydration one. It might be a little bit heavy. I don't, hold on, let me Google. Oh my gosh, not me Googling things that I shouldn't be Googling. Oh yeah, so it may be a little bit thick, but I don't see anything wrong with Aussie. I actually like Aussie and they're pretty inexpensive. So yeah, somebody asked me previously what inexpensive brands I recommend, and I just want to be clear, you know, you don't need expensive brands to have healthy hair, but it will, you know, make a big difference and you will see progress much faster. And I feel like you have to have a good stable product and invest in your hair. But you know, baby steps. So the brands that I would recommend is Organics, OGX, Maui, and Mixed Chicks. I think Mixed Chicks is kind of like, I don't know, I haven't really been hearing much about Mixed Chicks, but I like Mixed Chicks. I think they're cool. But I would probably, my first grab would definitely be Maui or OGX. There's like over 100 comments on this video, so please do bear with me. A good shampoo and conditioner for 2C to 3B hair. It really, I say a safe place to start is always tea tree shampoo. As far as conditioner, depending on your price bracket, I would definitely go for Living Proof. I love Living Proof. Like I said, the full line. And go for Maui. Somebody asked, can you use Cantu products on type 2B hair? Cantu, I believe, has more alcohols in it, and I am not a fan. I don't think it's, I'm just not a fan of Cantu products. Okay. Hola, coconut and hibiscus from Shea Moisture is way too oily for type 2 hair. What did you use from them? I definitely wouldn't go for their puddings. What did you use from them? If you found this video at all informative, or you know, you got your questions answered, please do like and comment below what you liked about it, and also subscribe because I will be posting more. And feel free to DM me or comment and ask me questions. I do see your questions, and before I answer, if I do not know something straight off the bat or I can't remember something, I'm not just going to speak and be uncertain, because what value does that give you? So it took me some time because I needed some time. A panoramic started, and I just did it. Certain questions, like with people coming from different climates and areas, I wasn't sure of, because for one, I've never even been to the desert yet, and I love the desert, but I've never been there. So things like that, I really had to do my research, and I find it really cool. Like, I love researching stuff, and I love hair, and I love helping you guys. So don't feel shy or feel insecure, because if you read the comments in that video, a lot of you, many of you, are in the same exact boat, and that's how you know you are type 2. Because look at your community. You guys are all literally going through the same things in different areas, and it's so cool to me. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be posting more hair videos because, you know, I took the time last year to really just dibble and dabble, and the hair videos really well, that hair video really took off. Well, yeah, the hair videos really took off. I guess naturally because I'm trained in that and I love it. So I will definitely be giving more. So just let me know what you guys want to know for sure. And like, even simple, if it seems simple, like, just ask. Like, feel free to ask questions. I'm not judging you, and I do answer my DMs as well. So if you don't feel comfortable to put it here, maybe even, you know, a lot of you may be suffering from, you know, underlying illnesses or diseases, or you know, specific situations. So I'm sorry, I'm like I don't know why I'm so antsy right now. I don't mind. Your curious mind makes me curious, and I'm learning more. So if I can just provide provide information to you and add a means for you to understand as well, so be it. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I love it here. I hope you guys do too. See you in the next video.
Straight up, but the rest swerve. You know it's beauty when a smile is her best curve. That's real beauty, no makeup shit. The girl you dream about and wanna wake up with.